Hello everyone and welcome to this week's video. So we all know by now, COVID-19, coronavirus, will have most of my viewers in quarantine or self-imposed isolation or whatever you want to call it. I'm one of those people. I mean, I work from home anyway, but I do go out to Stafford shop to usually, before all of this, I go out to Stafford shop to sell some of my stuff and other people's stuff that's in there, but I've taken the decision to step away from that for now because of underlying health problems, and I just don't know whether it will be something that will cause a problem if I do get it, so I'm erring on the side of caution. So I'm in the house like a lot of you guys. I don't know where you are from, by the way. Pop a link in the comments and let me know what it's like where you are, but I am in the UK. And yeah, COVID-19 has taken us by storm. We're at the point now where it's not, they haven't shut non-essential shops, but they have closed schools. Today is Friday, it's the last day that schools are open. And I think it's such a good decision, and it's going to be really hard for people. But I mean, it's the most sensible option, I think. Anyway, so this week's video, I'm going to do a bit of an informal chat because a lot of you may be self-isolating and want a bit of company. So rather than me going blah blah blah, I'm drawing, I thought I'd just share my lunch with you. So I've got a coffee, I've got some cheese and onion rolls. I just thought we could chat. I'm going to not edit it. I'm not going to edit out all of my ums and ahs and things like that. So it's just going to be like we're sitting having a chat, which is strange because you're not replying to me. Maybe one day I'll do a YouTube live, something like that. Let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. I am really socially awkward. It would be quite difficult for me to do something like that. But if you're in need of something, in need of a bit of company, then just let me know. Right, so seeing as though you're being quiet, I think I'll tell you about some things I've been up to lately. So, the children's book. Oh, I'm so excited. So I finally got Adobe Creative Cloud on I've got it on a 7-day free trial. But I am thinking about actually buying it or subscribing to it. You subscribe per month. The only thing that's stopping me is that at the moment, money's really tight. You know, the next couple of months, if the shop closes where I stock some of my work, then my only income will be through Skillshare classes, and I only get money from that. It's every month, and it's based on how many paid up members view your classes as a percentage of Skillshare views as a whole. But I mean, as long as people keep watching Skillshare, I should have enough to buy food. It's just, you know, bills and stuff. And then another cost on top of that, of the Adobe package. It's like, can I afford it? But then thinking long term, it's like, I've got so much work done. Basically, I'm looking at my laptop now, and since getting the Adobe Creative Cloud, so I've got access to all of their apps, I have got so much work done on the book. I've edited all the pictures, I've put it together in a document. It's sped through because everything's set up to work with Adobe Photoshop and InDesign and all that kind of stuff. So it will be worthwhile because I've got other books that I want to write. So at the moment, where I am is, I've done the internal covers of the book. I'm going to show you. Ooh. Oh. So, I've done all of the internal pages of the book, which I have printed out here, printed out just to see what it looked like. And at the moment now I've bought my ISBNs. So if you don't know what an ISBN is, it's an International Standard Book Number, and every edition of every book has its own unique number. So my children's book is going to have the number, and now I know what the number is because I've just ordered it. But I couldn't generate the cover until I knew what my ISBN was. So I bought my ISBNs. Again, it's a long-term investment. And after we've had lunch, I'm going to go and make the cover. And once the cover's done, I'll be able to submit them all to Ingram Spark, and because that's who I'm using, sorry, to distribute my books. I'm going to be self-publishing, but I'm going to be distributing through Ingram Spark because they are a worldwide distribution network for self-publishers. So they've also got a traditional publishing. They don't also have. They have. Dave, don't go on my laptop. No, no, no. Sorry, Dave's on my laptop. Off there, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good boy. I put my laptop screen down so my laptop wouldn't make any noise, and Dave was just about to go and sleep, and I could see the top of the lid bending down under his weight. I'm not saying you're fat, mate. Big boned. Yeah, so Ingram Spark is like the self-publishing side of the publishing company Ingram, which is big in the US. So Ingram Spark is the self-publishing arm, but it has all of the access to the distribution networks of Ingram. Anyway, so that's who I'm using, whether you're interested or not. Forgotten what I was saying. So yeah, I needed my ISBN before I could generate a cover with their cover generator. So then once I've got that, I'll be able to order a print copy and see what it looks like, see whether the colours come out. I printed this one out on my printer at home, and I'm not very impressed with how it's printed colour-wise. I mean, I love it because it's my first time I can hold my book. And I don't know if it's because of the paper that I've used, or obviously this is a home printer, it doesn't have all of the, many options of a publisher. But some of the colours have just turned out patchy, and my browns have turned out red. I'm hoping this is just because it's my home printer that's at fault. But yeah, so all my pages are done, all my words are in. I'm so excited. Got my ISBN, and as I say, after lunch we me and Dave, my cat, we will make my cover and then send that all off to Ingram Spark and see if I can get a copy printed to see what it prints like. That'd be nice. Hello you. I'm gonna come up. Come on. Some other things that have happened. Oh, my tooth. I've got a crack in my tooth. Great timing, Emma. So I had to go to the dentist on Tuesday to get a temporary filling because they've suspended drillings and all that kind of stuff for infection control. But then the day after it fell out, so I had to go and get it again. But I asked the dentist, and if it falls out again, it should be fine to leave it until all of this has blown over, because I don't want to have to leave the house if I don't have to. Some other things that have happened. I've really been, sorry, talking with my mouth open. I've really just been working on the book. I did buy this amazing bag the other day from a company called Wyatt and Jack. I hope I'm saying it right. I'll put all the links down below. I bought this before I was worried about not getting any money. Because if it, if my worries had come before getting this, I probably wouldn't have bought it. But I've been looking for a backpack for ages. When I'm walking around with my shoulder bags, I don't know if it's just because I'm getting older or I'm slumping, or my shoulders are just not the right shape for shoulder bags. They just keep slipping off and it's driving me nuts. So I thought I'd get a shoulder bag. And as you may know, if you follow me a lot, I like recycled and reused things. I am trying to go zero waste in my home, so we don't buy things in plastic packaging and all kinds of stuff. And this is brilliant because this used to be a bouncy castle. How cool is that? So yeah, I'll put the links to their company down below. And I'm glad I got the chance to buy this before I was scared about my future income, because let's help them a little bit. Hopefully that will help see them through. Yeah, this strange time for self-employed people. If you're self-employed or you work from home, drop a comment down below. Let me know how you're getting on. What are you doing to get money? Is there anything more that you're doing to help people? Is there something things that you can suggest to help people pass the time? Pop all that stuff down in the comments, because I'm sure people will be crawling the walls soon with boredom. One thing I've done, I've made one of my Skillshare classes free. It still asks you to sign in, but that's only to sign in to access free classes, because not all classes you have to pay for on there. So there's a selection of free classes on there. So you do have to sign up to get it, but it doesn't ask for any credit card details. So I'll put that link down below as well. Share it for anyone you think might need it. If anyone has kids and they're at home, it's a class teaching you how to make your own zines. So it's like you get one sheet of paper, either A4 or A3, and you do these clever little folding techniques and cutting techniques, and you can make a booklet without any sticking. So you can make a plain booklet that you can design yourself. It's a nice way to spend an hour or so just designing your own booklet. And it could be a booklet that you send around to your neighbours to keep them entertained, I don't know, or whatever. But I've made that free. Sorry, my camera stopped then. So yeah, the only time I get paid for Skillshare is if you're a Skillshare member, a paid Skillshare member, and you watch my classes. I get paid a percentage per minute watched. And then I get paid if any of my free trials convert into paid memberships. I get a referral bonus there, but it's pennies. But if you are a Skillshare member, or you know anyone who is, and you would like to support me in this time, because it's really the only way I'm going to be making money while I'm not going out, if the shop shuts as well. If you are a Skillshare member and you know anyone who is and you want to help me out, I'll pop a link down below to my classes, to my account, my teacher account. If you could watch some of my classes, or all of them, even if you just put them in the background and mute them, I mean, it would help me pay the bills. Yeah, I'm not going to beg too much about it. I mean, what will happen will happen. We're going to have to deal with it, whatever goes on. Yeah. One nice thing that I did see recently is my friend's street. So they live on a street in Sheffield that is, it's not a cul-de-sac, but it kind of is a cul-de-sac. It's a row of terraced houses, and it's a dead end at the end. And they've got such a lovely community there. And I've just seen on BBC News that they've been doing concerts for each other in their back gardens, which has reached the national news, which is just lovely. Yeah, pop a comment down below if anything like that's happened to you recently. If your neighbours have been kind, if friends and family are doing anything nice, just let me know. Let's keep some positive spirit going. I liked the story recently of that 102, 103-year-old woman who was the oldest person to survive coronavirus. Cheers to her, well done. Because it does all seem to be a bit doom and gloom at the moment. So yeah, tell me what you've been up to. Pop a comment below. Like, no one ever comments in my videos. Comment below, I want to hear from you. Especially now, let's have a community. Comment below, tell me what you're up to. Tell me what life's like with you at the moment. Are you in quarantine at the moment, or has it not reached you yet? And yeah. I don't really know what else to say. I don't want this video to drag on too much, because I know it will bore people. But I just wanted to do a video where I reached out and it was like we were having a conversation, rather than it was me editing my videos and showing you clips and clips and clips. Just wanted to reach out and say hello. And this is a bit of my studio you might not have seen before. So this is my sofa bed. When people come to stay, this can be rolled out, but it's a really comfortable little futon sofa as well. Sometimes sofa beds can be compromising, either as a bed or a sofa. You know, one being better than the other. But this is good both ways. It's good as a bed and as a sofa. And it's lovely. So I'm going to continue having my lunch. And I can't wait to hear what you're up to. If you've got anything if you've got any way that we can support you as well during this time, pop a link to it down below. I mean, as long as it's not X-rated. It's family friendly fun. Pop it down below and we will do our best to support you as well. Because it's going to be tough, guys, but we can do it together. So I'm going to finish my lunch, I'm going to do my cover, and then I'm probably going to update my patrons all about it. That's another way you could help them, by the way. If you have, obviously don't do it if you don't want to, if you don't have the money, but if you have the money and you want to support me, Patreon's a really good way to do that, so I'll put my link to Patreon down below. And Patreon is a membership platform where you support creators and artists and, you know, bands, and loads of people have got them, climbers, any kind of person you can think of. You can support the people that you love, and in return you get exclusive rewards. So on my Patreon I've reduced my tiers because I had quite a lot of paid tiers and no one was really accessing them. So I've got my $1 patron only access, where you get access to my newsfeed and things that I post up on my newsfeed. You've got a $2 double the love tier, which is basically the same but you love me more. And then I've got a $3 behind the scenes access. So I post things up onto my lens, which is like Instagram stories. So these videos and pictures expire after 24 hours, but that's the realm of the behind the scenes. No one else can access that. So if you're a behind the scenes member, you have sole access to that. No one's on there at the moment. No one has membership on that tier at the moment. So if you go on there and you find that there's nothing for you to view, don't worry, because as soon as I get some members on there I'll be adding some videos. But at the moment, with me being busy doing the book, it seemed a bit silly doing videos to someone, videos to a membership tier that no one was on. So if you do want to sign up to that and there's no videos, don't worry, I'll put some on. There will be videos and chat and pictures. And one thing you should know as well, Patreon is cancelable at any time, or you can amend your tier at any time. You're not tied in for a set amount of time. You can either dip in or dip out, you can dip back in, you can dip to a higher tier or a lower tier. Some of my members started on high tiers and just went down to the basic tier. And I mean, that's fine. Anything that you can do to support would be brilliant. But if you can't afford it, I completely understand, because I can't afford things at the moment. But you can follow me for free on there. So you still get updated if I put some content on there that is available for the public. You'll get a little notification in your email, so that would be lovely as well, because I will be updating people about what's going on with the book. I'll be updating everyone about that really soon. So if you don't want to just wait for the weekly videos, sign up to my Patreon and just follow me for free. So there should be a little, on the left hand side, should be a little button which is I think it's got a plus on it. It says follow. So you don't need to sign up to a subscription for that. I follow quite a few people on Patreon because at the moment I can't afford really to pay to pay for people's memberships. But as soon as I can, I will, because you do get some awesome rewards. Some people are doing some really good stuff. Not that I'm saying I'm not, but everyone's got different types of rewards, so it's not a standard thing. So go and check some people out on there as well. Anyway, I'm talking too much, and I've got my cheese and onion rolls here that I brought up hopefully thinking I'd be able to eat them, but I can't actually talk and eat at the same time. So I am going to leave that there, but yeah, head to my Patreon or my Skillshare links down below. Share them with anyone you think might be interested as well, that'd be really helpful. And I'm going to go and eat my lunch and get on with doing my book cover. I'm so excited! Alright, I'm going to leave it there. So until next week, bye bye!